Thrift store prices have gotten ridiculous. Listen, I'm all for businesses charging whatever they want, but when they put awful prices on the wrong items, it's just wild. This is a knockoff PlayStation controller. They put it behind glass and they're gonna charge $15. It's staying behind glass. Some Texas Instrument calculators sell for really good money, but not all of them do. They have to have certain functions. Just because it says Casio or Texas Instrument doesn't mean it goes for good money.
But in 2025, I think we need a little humility here.
Thrift store prices in 2025, we're not just talking Goodwill, though Goodwill probably are the biggest culprits in terms of price gouging, but all thrift stores now are seemingly doing this. What is going on? Is it the fact that they're realizing there's a lot of people who are trying to make money on the stuff at the thrift store and they're trying to flip it, and maybe that's one of the reasons why they're actually raising prices the way they are, because it's really ridiculous. You used to be able to find shirts like this all the time for like maybe $5 to $10, and even that would have been considered expensive. Now, because this is vintage and it's, you know, a collectible to certain people, they probably put a stamp on it now of like $50+. You know what the craziest thing about it is? There is people out there who are going to pay these prices because, again, there are a lot of resellers. I'm not saying resellers are fully to blame for this. I think they're more aware of it more than ever now, so they're starting to use that as justification to raise prices higher and higher. But apart from that, it is just blatant greed, let's be honest. So with that being said, let's dive straight into today's video's topic.
Thrift store prices have gotten ridiculous. Listen, I'm all for businesses charging whatever they want, but when they put awful prices on the wrong items, it's just wild. This is a knockoff PlayStation controller. They put it behind glass and they're gonna charge $15. It's staying behind glass. Some Texas Instrument calculators sell for really good money, but not all of them do. They have to have certain functions. Just because it says Casio or Texas Instrument doesn't mean it goes for good money. All of these Pokemon cards are base with no holos and they're trying to charge $35. Worse than that, 0 figures in this Lego set and they're trying to charge $60 a bag. They sell for like $12 a pound on eBay. There's not even a pound here. Then of course we've got some Stanley missing the straw for $15 behind glass. Yeti, they're just gonna sit there forever and no one's going to actually buy them. And then these are the absolute two biggest culprits. They want $100 for this Beanie Baby and they want way too much money, $50 for that.
My God, those pricers should be fired at that store, and it's clearly obvious that they're looking at places like eBay and other places like maybe Mercari and using the listed prices of those items maybe online, like the highest one they found, and they're putting that on the sticker. Like there's no way that Beanie Baby is worth that much. Beanie Babies are like the biggest joke when it comes to investments. It's one of the biggest like collectibles memes of all time, okay? Everyone knows that it was a big bubble that collapsed. None of those prices held at all. There's not a lot of people who are interested in Beanie Babies, so there's no way you're gonna get that price for it. It's obvious, it's very obvious that they probably saw that it was a rare Beanie Baby and they happened to price it at something they saw listed. And this is a listed comp, not a sold comp. You're able to actually find that information out on eBay. If you actually filter it, then you'll be able to see what the item actually sold for.
I am so sorry, but I am at Goodwill and I'm done. I'm just done with this. It is getting so out of control. You're gonna tell me that a duvet set that was clearance at Target is $49.99? This probably went defective salvage and cost nothing. A curtain, $14.99. Oh, this one has an original price tag of $49.99, so they're charging $20. I'm done. Goodwill, you fucking suck.
You know what's funny? Those aren't the worst price upgrades I've ever seen, or just pricing in general at Goodwill. The fact that the sticker said $49.99 and they decided to charge $20 is actually kind of a miracle now at Goodwill. Usually they would charge close to whatever the sticker price is on something, right? That's pretty common now at Goodwill.
Somebody explained to me why. Oh, you don't have to, I already know. I went clearance shopping yesterday and I got a whole cart full of new with tags free people. $10 and under, except for the sweater, which was like $40. New. And yet at this thrift store, I can't find a single dress for cheaper than $12.99. And here's the thing, I kind of honor the fact that thrift stores need to make money. Running a thrift store is not cheap, and not all of them get their inventory donated. Some of them actually buy pallets or buy it in bulk. But in 2025, I think we need a little humility here.
that's one of the reasons why they're always being put on blast on social media, is because there isn't a lot of humility here, especially when it comes to the prices everyone is able to see on a day-to-day basis, especially if you're someone who goes to thrift stores relatively often like I do. I see some of the crazy prices. Just the other day, they had some N64 games. None of them were actually that crazy. It's just the fact that N64, it's a very collectible system, right? Everyone wants the games. There's so many game hunters out there. They were charging $25 a game, and a lot of these games are not even worth $20, but it's just because it's N64 and they probably see online some people trying to sell them for these prices, and it's not, again, it's not even the sold listings. These aren't even the sold comps. These are just the listed prices. You can list something for $1,000, like a Beanie Baby, but it actually only really sells for $5. And they're going to be like, well, it's got to be maybe somewhere in between. Let's put a $500 price sticker on there.
The thrift store's so expensive. I remember back in the day, you would go to the thrift store because you couldn't afford the regular store. And now you got to go to the regular store because you can't afford the thrift store. I went in there for some canisters because my mental health guys told me that I needed to make 15 bean soup. So I'm about to be opening like 8 different kinds of beans. And I needed some canisters or some jars to put all my beans in. And I was looking for some canisters in the thrift store. Y'all, why were they individually used canisters marked for like $3.99 and $4.99? Glassware used to be $1 in the thrift store. Books used to be like 50 cents for a hardback, a quarter for a softback. Now they are so, ooh baby, don't show your booty. Now they are so expensive. That made me so mad. Like, where are the poor people shopping now? Because you can't afford them. I never thought I would live to see the day where you could not afford the thrift store. But here we are. I remember they used to have the $1 cups, the 50-cent cups, for $1. I seen a blender in there for $16. A used blender for $16. Bruh, I blame Macklemore and that song.
Yeah, do you guys remember that song? It came out in like 2012. But it was a really popular song about thrifting, and I definitely think that definitely put the idea of thrifting and being trendy in the aether. But I don't think that's the only reason why. It probably is a small factor, to be honest, but I honestly think the main reason why is because they noticed people can make money on the stuff that they sell there, so they thought, why not raise the prices so we can actually make a bigger profit? So check this out. This thrift store, I know this is a great piece, but $2,100 for that, okay? $1,200 for that table. It is a nice table, but how can you justify these prices at a thrift store? Just become an antique store at this point, right? Seriously, these are antique shop prices, maybe even higher than antique shop prices. These are nice, like Victorian style chairs. What are we looking at here? $250 a pop there. $1,300 for that. Oh my God, $400. Oh, like, again, these are probably great items, but these are prices that you should have like at an antique store, not at a thrift store. Thrift stores are supposed to be cheap, just like the other video is saying. You used to find 25-cent soft cover books and then 50 cents for a hardcover, right? So what happened to that? Are they just checking all the prices now online to see what they actually sell for, or what the prices are, have them listed at on eBay? You're shopping at a Goodwill in 2025. Ooh, look at that. Is that a bug in there? Well, that's disgusting. You can't even wash it out if you're going to charge, what, $3 for that canister? You can't even wash the bug out. You're going to leave it in there. That is absolutely disgusting. What is going on? What is the price of... Okay. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's like what? More? That's more than the actual regular price on the sticker there. That is $125. That's one of the most generic mason jars you could find, $125. And that's actually not that bad compared to some of the stuff I've seen. What is happening now? Goodwill's 2025. No humility, no shame at all with these prices. $3 for a half-used lotion bottle. Half-used lotion bottle, $3. Well, there you have it, guys. Thrift stores in 2025. The greed is utterly unstoppable. What are we all going to do about it? Do we just, hope for donations? Do we go on Facebook Marketplace, garage sales? What is your alternative to thrift stores nowadays? Because a lot of people can't afford them. Leave your thoughts down below about this video's subject, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.